What's good, everybody? It's your boy Big Nate. Welcome to Big Nate's Book Reviews, home of the best book reviews. And today we have the much requested, much asked for. The people are banging, all 2-3 of you banging on my door. Big Nate, please do a bookshelf tour. Okay, well, the people have asked and I have no choice but to deliver. So today we're going to do a bookshelf tour. I got several spread throughout the whole house. There is little to no organization to any of them. I was going to reorganize them, but then I thought, nah. So this is going to be a learning experience for us both. So I'm about to hit the, and I can't do a doobie. There's only so many hands and I'm going to hold this. But we're going to go through all my bookshelves, give you a little mini tour of my house. I'm excited, so please join me for this legendary Big Nate's Book Reviews, home of the best book reviews, bookshelf tour, home of the best bookshelves tour. So I'm going to smoke this and then we're finna get right into it. While I'm smoking it, how's everyone's day going? What do you read right now? Tell me what you read right now. I'm currently reading Anna Karenina. Anna Karenina? But drop a comment, let me know. About to hit this one more time, and we finna get right into it. Okay, so first off, let's first take note. My little lady friend of mine painted that. That's Afro Samurai. If you're a real one, you know. Doobie smoking, anime, sword fighting, all of that shit. We got the plant, the hanging plant, boom, the mirror, because you know that reflect. You know your boy lives in a basement, so there's no natural lighting, so we gotta reflect whatever we can. And without further ado, let's get into the first shelf. Okay, I'm just gonna go through these however I feel. Okay, so The Passenger seems lukewarm. The critical reception seems lukewarm. However, apparently it's all into math and stuff, and I'm really into that. And I obviously just love Cormac McCarthy, so. Or Stella Maris, I don't know, whichever one it is. We Were the Mulvaneys. I had no expectations going in, and it was actually super fucking fire. Like, this was, even just looking at this right now, that was a whole time of my life. That was a good ass book. Mid, Ruth Ozeki, Virginia Woolf, need to read that, both of them. Americana, I actually really want to read. It's hard for me to get myself to read contemporary literature, but Salvage the Bones, Jesmyn Ward, Little Life, of course, Invisible Man. I've been trying to reread this book for so long. Too many dang books, too many little times. That was perfect. Invisible Man, Narrative of the Life, Frederick Douglass. Oh shit, it's okay, I'll get that later. The Trial, want to reread that shit too. Moby Dick, this is a nut. See, look, I know what you're thinking. You should definitely read that one. But look, you're going to tell me to also definitely read this one. And at a certain point, I just can't keep up with it. Moby Dick, got to read that. Chekhov, it's fire. All the Pretty Horses, that's my favorite Hemingway, close, Cormac McCarthy book. And look, that was an unconscious slip because up next we got Hemingway, Movable Feast. Probably, I won't say it's not one. This is a special book. This is like honorable mention for Ernest Hemingway. That shit's fire. Blindness, really enjoyed that book. A Good Man's Hard to Find, really enjoyed that motherfucker too. Austen, bro, I don't want to talk about it, but no, I have not read Jane Austen yet. So I know, it's a glaring hole in my resume. I don't even know if I would hire me. The Bell Jar, I want to give it another chance. The writing, let me be clear. The writing in The Bell Jar was fire. The story itself, like some of the plot points, the character development, I was a little iffy on. But okay, Crime and Punishment, classic, of course. Dr. Zhivago, also fire. Green Grass Running Water, if I remember, funny. Power One, that was an interesting book, actually. This one's really fire. And especially if you like boxing, you don't need to or anything, but it's a nice little plus. Catcher in the Rye, I don't know. Why do people love or hate it so much? It was good. I should reread just for fun. But it's a very controversial one, I guess. Sandra Cisneros, House on Mango Street. This isn't House on Mango Street, but like author of House on Mango Street. Okay. Whew, I'm out of breath already. Oh my God. Okay. The Penguin Shelf, The Republic, fucking fire. Aristotle, The Nicomachean Ethics, up very soon. Virgil, also up soon. And Ovid, also up soon, I swear. Okay, one of these two I'm literally reading for the end of I said I have to read one of these or unsubscribe me. That's Ovid's Metamorphoses, and that is the Aeneid by the homie Virgil. Ooh, what happened to Virgil? And then I just dropped my books. I hate when that shit happens. But it was The Power of Myth and Francis Bacon. I actually recall that. Seneca, too fire. Cicero, too fire. In fact, they're both some good place to start for Stoics. Horrible And then this one's horrible too. Yeah, sometimes Penguin is fire, but sometimes they are questionable. Nick and McKean Ethics looking amazing though. The Republic looking amazing though. I actually want to get that motherfucker hung up in my room. Stand by, stay tuned. Don Quixote, just did the review on that. You already know that shit's good. Schopenhauer, hilarious. I don't care what. Both of these motherfuckers, hilarious. I don't care what anybody says. Boom, Nietzsche. I'm not even gonna grab it. It just looks like a whatever. This looks like a boring book, but it's hilarious and also just fucking genius, low-key. But Kierkegaard, the homie Caravaggio, boom. Either or, whatever. Borges, yes. Look at that. Actually, look. Jorge Luis Borges and then Borges. But yeah. Oh, this is on writing. Yeah, I actually really want to read that. It's a book on writing by Borges, and then the Aleph, and then I got while we're on it, Fictionist. Hate to skip ahead, but dude, I'm barely getting. Okay, we gotta go through this faster. Okay, Count Monte Cristo, Madame Bovary, Middlemarch, of course, more Jane Austen. William James, who I really want to read for a number of reasons. James is like amazing writing, psychology, and philosophy. That's like William James. He's a combination of all three. He spans genres, you could say. Jack Kerouac, On the Road, blah, 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 Matching, Frankenstein. Okay, this is the one book that I do kind of have a theme to it where it's like some like best books of all time type thing. How I feel, or like favorite books. Okay, War and Peace, admittedly, I have not read it, but it just like naturally, sometimes you got to make the exception just for the mechanics of the book. That's just logistics, you know, because then normally you'll notice this glaring hole was for Anna Karenina, which I am reading. That's fantastic. Upanishads, fire. Iliad, Odyssey, fire. Brothers, fire. Idiot, boom, boom, boom. East V and 100 Years Solid, Pachinko, Sympathizer, Blood Meridian, Paradise Lost. In fact, here, I'm gonna, you know what? Okay, Paradise Lost is the reason that I got this fire ass painting, The Fallen Angel. Tell me that shit's not fire, bro. You cannot. Hand for scale, book for scale. Look at that motherfucker. Boom. And what do you have beneath it? Okay, so the gravel is fucked up. It's a long story, which I'm not about to tell. So that shit's like all like colorful, like ugly colorful. But yeah, those are the guppies. I used to have a black beta named Beelzebub, which is from Paradise Lost. And it was like the black hard ass beta. And I used to have black sand and then boom, bro standing right there. And that's how I'm eating dinner. You feel me? Then we got, while we're here actually, we got the little samsara wheel. When you go to the pantry, you gotta remember to exit the endless cycle of suffering. Shout out to Bodhisattvas. Okay, so that is Militant, Beloved, and then Song of Solomon. I swear to God, you can say what you want. I liked Song of Solomon better than Beloved. Sue me, right? Hang me up dry, but Farewell to Arms, okie doke. Oh God, this is about to take forever. Hold up. This we're actually gonna go through quick. Walter Benjamin, yeah, that shit's good. Also, the Netanyahu is also good. There's some shit. I got some good books here. Ceremony was really good. Lone Ranger, Sherman Alexie. Marquez, these little stories. I think it's like he said collected novellas. Okay, Cisneros, blah, 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 Atonement, that shit's fire. Ottessa Moshfegh, I like her. I think I want her to go. Sometimes I'm afraid she's just shock factor, and I'm not saying that she is, but what I'm saying is I would really like to see her lean into that more substantive part with the Ottessa Moshfegh sort of style, and that would be really good. You're Not a Stranger Here, Country for Old Men, Woodson, Justin Woodson, Kindred, of course. This was really good too. The Heart is a Lonely Hunter. I really enjoyed that book. Shout out to Raina for that one. Crying in H Mart when, but nah, you already know how I feel. And Michelle's Honor. If you are seeing this, hello, follow me on Big Nate's Burger Views, home of the best burger views. But okay, back down we go. Sing a Buried Scene, you already know how I feel about that. The Human Sin, of course. Straight Man, Russo, yeah. Richard Russo. I think I actually like Straight Man better than Empire Falls, but you know, whatever. In Cold Blood. Okay, hold up. Dude, this tripod. Yeah, we got In Cold Blood, Capote. That shit's like kind of master. I would be down to reread it, but Wise Blood, Bulgakov, right? Yeah, Bulgakov. Solzhenitsyn. Yeah, dude. Shout out who if you've read what's it called? One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich. Drop a like in the comment. Bluebeard, Vonnegut is fire, of course. Fear and Loathing. Flashman is funny. Place of Sin, Joan Didion, etc., etc. Mid, hate to say it, Clara and the Sun. It wasn't mid, but it was a little bit mid. You know what I'm saying? Sapiens, and then okay, down here, I gotta move this whole ass chair. Basically, just textbooks. I actually read. This one has a special place in my heart because I read that shit cover to cover, and I knew it well. This was back when, because whatever. I got prescribed Adderall because I got ADHD or whatever. I don't really like Adderall. I mean, I do. I definitely like Adderall. You know what I'm talking about? But I don't. It's not good for you. I feel like. But this was a time where I was boom, foundations of behavioral neuroscience through and through. That shit was fire. Okay, proofs, book on math proofs, tried to learn it, couldn't, it was desperately hard for me. Yes, I bought a kid's encyclopedia. I was just thinking, an encyclopedia is like a good thing to have, just in general. And look, dude, see, this is why I need 3 hands. Traversing philosophical boundaries. Bro, I had actually a community college professor that recommended this textbook, which I thought was great. I thought it was fantastic. Every reading we did it, and it was awesome. And this guy for real, I was like, okay, whatever, yes. I wrote like a whole ass little essay, like a philosophy essay. I like wanted to get his feedback on it. And dude, that shit was like, I was low key almost writing a book. That shit was like, I would say over 100+ pages. Bro read that shit and gave me feedback and met me for coffee. Bro, shout out to, his name was, I'm not even gonna lie, forget, Dorian or Hunter. Shout out to bro, Adult Development Aging. I read a good amount of that. The Giving Tree, blah, 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 blah. Stephen King. Oh, if you're an English major, you know these. If you're an English major, you know this little company. Calculus, never learned it, but told myself I would. And there you have it, folks. That is this bookshelf right here. Okay, so then we got this bookshelf here. So up here, catch me with the Kandinsky little canvas paintings. That's my little pantry. Catch me with the Kandinsky books. There's supposed to be a plant here, but I'm a little too broke for that to purchase a plant right now. So instead, we got books. And then this little thing. So here, let's start from the bottom. Okay, these are like actually, no, there is no organization. There's a little bit of here when we get there. Okay, the color purple, that shit was good. A little sad, you could say. The Dispossessed, fucking fire, of course. Can I zoom in on it? Nice. Oh, I should have been on that. My bad, I found. Crime and Punishment. Oh, that's way better, huh? Shit. Okay, Crime and Punishment. This is the one I've actually read twice, this copy, which is really busted, musted, and disgusted. But, and the translation's good, though, actually. It's like, I think, a classic one. But I hear there's the Richard Petrovat, whatever. Okay, this is what. See, fuck it, I'll do that later. Huckleberry Finn, fire. Tom Sawyer, of course, fire. Dune. Look. At the end of the day, I like Dune. I did. Siddhartha, Dirk Gently, Douglas Adams, who is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy guy. This shit was funny. This book was really. Doesn't it look disgusting? It looks horrible, but that shit was actually really good. Autobiography of Malcolm X. I gave this to my dad a while ago because I'm like, well, I started reading it. I'm like, whoa, this is good. And my dad was like, whoa, what's that? He's never expressed an interest in a book, so I gave it to him. Bro didn't read it, and then I didn't have it. So, Sinclair, The Jungle, The Stand, you already know how I feel about that one. Okay, so then it's like, I used to teach at a prison and was into prison literature and stuff. Story time. I was actually going to do an PhD in English, and my focus was going to be on actually prison literature. But alas. So yeah, hot house inside, blah, 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 prison literature, oh shit, my bad. Blah, 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 blah. Then I still am into like kind of animal consciousness, you could say. So that's kind of this stuff. Derek Parfit, Reasons of Persons. I read that motherfucker through and through, but how much have I retained? That's the more important question. Simon Blackburn's Think, we already know. Okay, next shelf, just random. I don't even know what the fuck. Oh, Treasury of American Folklore, Anton Chekhov. They were, okay, yeah, you see $3, $2. Those were half off, so come on, stop playing with me. The Great Thoughts. Oh, I should bust that out. That looks kind of cool. But the Golem, some Jewish mysticism stuff, Book of Angels. This one looks cool, actually, because it's just like, hold up, look. It's like I swear it's like from Dostoevsky to... Oh yeah, Rilke, Blake, Goethe, Milton, Dante, Shakespeare, and I know Marquez is in there too, because I looked at the table of contents. That's the Book of Angels. Looks pretty cool actually. Grimm's Fairy Tales, blah, 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 blah. Mythology, Thomas Ligotti, that shit looks good, actually. It's like horror. I think it's supposed to be like horror, classic horror literature. Not classic, but like, written kind of in there. Plutarch, Stoner. Everyone's talking about Stoner. Let me know in the comments. Yay, nay, or may, bay. Godel, Escher, and Bach. That one I really want to read, just in general. Bro is thick, but that's kind of appealing to me. See, big books are hard because they take up time, but at the same time, you can't get the depth of a big book. And then Herodotus. Okay, goddamn. Random short stories and crap. Günter Grass, Crab Walk, Alexei, Ayrton Mueller, Murakami, blah, blah, blah. Bardo, there, Cather, Philip K. Dick, Saunders, Bestiary. This is a book I need to revisit too. That shit was cool when I started reading it. Really good. Again, it's like the Latin magical realism. That's like what that shit is. Ted Chiang, shout out Ted Chiang. That shit's good. Kafka, Leonora Carrington, blah da da, Carver, Sedaris, Joyce, Dubliners, Algernon Blackwood. He's cool. More Vonnegut. And blah, 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 blah. Okay. I have a dream. Scientific language of animals. That shit looks pretty cool. The language of animals. And I was looking through it and it looked very legit. And I'm very interested in that stuff. I think I've talked about some of those. I actually did. Yeah, I did talk about some of those. So get to my last videos if you're so curious. Same with this. Yeah, I actually think, this was a whole like little book haul. So I talked about every single one of those except Autumn. But Mysticism, I talked about that book too, actually. Okay, so that is this shelf right here. Oh wait, we got something on the side here. Native American stories and the possibility of angels. Oh yeah, another angel book. So, okay, there you have it. That is this shelf. Okay, so now we are entering my room. So boom, just got those hung up. Boom, that's the shelf. Queen bed, you already know. A little light. Got some Pollock paintings. I'll see if I can get a light on that. Raphael. And then the most beauty of them all. The most beautiful of them all, Huckleberry. Come say what's up to the people. Yay. Okay, so let's just start with this shelf here, which I just organized, by the way. I'll break it down for you later, but oh my God, I'm tired, bro. There's still so much. Okay, this is the last like really big one. Okay, let's do it. Okay, Kite Runner. Sad as fuck. Richard Russo, The Horse Child. Kind of mid, hate to say it. Viktor Frankl, Man's Search for Meaning. Bird by Bird. Which is really good, honestly. Even if you're not into writing, but especially if you're into creative writing. Check that out. Good Earth, you already know how I feel about that. Daily Ritual. That actually is kind of cool. It's just a book. I've flipped through quite a bit of it where it's just the like daily routines of all these famous people. And you'd be surprised. Some of them are quite quirky. Wizard of Earthsea, How to Be Both, Mink River, We Have Always Lived in Castle, Quran, blah, da, 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 boring. This was actually pretty good. You need to read that. The Reader, it was okay. Never Let Me Go, blah, 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 Hyperion, blah, 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 blah. Gertrude Stein, blah, blah, blah. Joyce, blah, blah, blah. 1984, whatever. Things Fall Apart. Okay, and there you have it, folks. So that's the top shelf. Okay, up next, Charles Dickens. Hold on, let me see. Charles Dickens' Great Expectations. Yeah, you'll notice, oh, look, it's the Red Rising trilogy. Where's Red Rising? Yeah, I lent it to a person who, of course, didn't even read that shit. Blah, 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 blah. Ocean Vuong. On Earth We're Briefly Gorgeous, which I just heard from another trusted source that this book was good, so I'm excited to try it. Barbara Kingsolver. Austen, yes, I get it. No, and look, I honestly think the reason I have not read, because I'm going to read Pride and Prejudice, I honestly feel like the reason I haven't done it is this cover is so horribly ugly. Dover is clutch with what they have, but their covers and their books are just horrible. No Impact Man, shout out Madison. Blah, blah, blah. Forest for the Trees, if you're into writing or publishing, that was really good too. Just another good book though. Blah, 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 blah. Survey of Metaphysics. I've read damn near that whole textbook. Great Gatsby, of course. James Baldwin, and there you have it, folks. Second shelf of this bookshelf. Up next, Walt Whitman, blah, 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 textbook.
An introduction to statistical learning. I got through the first chapter of it, but I really did get the first chapter. I understood it, but blah blah blah. Modern speeches. This was cool. Hell's Angels. Blah blah blah. Oh yeah, of course, the stories of Franz Kafka. Blah blah blah. More Flashman. Boring. Heart of Darkness. Whatever. Dune. Wait, do I have 2 copies? Oh, that's Dune. That's Dune Messiah. Okay, that makes sense. Which this is, if that's the second one, I didn't like the second one as much as the first. Okay. Oh my lord, the new Jim Crow. How do you guys watch these things? This is so long. The new Jim Crow, Iron City magazine. This was for the public. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, the picture is kind of cap, but this is for the magazine I used to do the prison stuff with, where we would edit the writing. Normally the cover is actually fire. I'm gonna be real with you. This one needs work. I don't know how that got through, but it's a creative writing and art from inmates across whatever. Patrick McManus, Arthur Miller, Where the Sidewalk Ends. That was good. Blah blah blah. Brave New World. Elmer Gantry was low-key fire. I don't even know how I read it for a class, and it's a book I never would have picked up, but that shit was really good. I remember at least. Some old spy books, old mystery things. Those were like my OG days. I remember liking both of these quite so. Steinbeck, Twain, Atomic Habits, Tracy Kidder, Count of Monte Cristo. See, okay, look, this is the Count of Monte Cristo I read, but yeah, that's hella abridged, so we got to read the full one. But I really like that. Solzhenitsyn, look, yeah, One Day in the Life of Ivan Denisovich. Toni Morrison, blah 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 blah. Fever Dream. Let me know if you read that. That's like a Reddit favorite, it seems to be. Big Nate, that's where that shit came from, actually. Benjamin Franklin, the autobiography, blah blah blah. Okay, at long last, for this shelf. Okay, more just textbooks. That's that English lit shit. You think, dude, I didn't read a damn near 10 pages of both of these books, but I paid for that shit. Concrete Jungle, Ecology, Stephen King. A lot of little things. Here, let me zoom in. Boom, a lot of little things like that. Oh, both of these motherfuckers, these were fucked up, but I learned a lot. But I accidentally bought this book twice like an idiot, and it was like $50. Oh, this book is sick too, because I emailed, hold up, that's like too close. This book was really good. It's just a lot of excerpts on basically stoicism, and not just stoicism, but that was a big theme. And it was so good that I literally emailed her. I'm like, bro, this shit was fire. And she emailed me back, and she seemed glad, she seemed really thrilled that I emailed her. So, lesson is email people. Okay, then there's this. I'm not even. Oh, that's dark as fuck. Hold on. Okay, that's barely better, but Bartlett's Book of Quotations. Story of Art, just little random collections of essays, anthologies, things like that. So that's this shelf right there. Oh, and then this is what I'm currently reading. Anna Karenina. Anna Karenina. Just finished this today. The Undiscovered Self and the Symbols, Interpretation of Dreams. American Indians and Mythologies. You know, I live in a basement, and yes, I sleep with an eye mask, and yes, I sleep with earplugs, and yes, right there is a noisemaker. I don't really give a fuck. Holy Bible. Sometimes I'll be reading through that shit. How to develop self-confidence and influence people, whatever. Point is, Dale Carnegie is somebody I've heard. I read another book by him that I thought was really quite good. So I'm like, let me see, fuck it. Writing Down the Bones is a book on creative writing by Natalie Goldberg. Really actually like that. And finally, we have I Am That by, let's give it a try, Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj. So those are the books, which is it's a book on meditation, basically. All that kind of, I would just say Buddhist kind of stuff. But there you have it. So that's that shelf. Okay, and up next we have this little shelf. So boom, those are Neil Fujita paintings. I wish they would focus more because that shit looks fire, but it's boom. And I got this little shelf, books, more books. And then I got Pollock paintings right here. Boom. Okay, that's kind of better, the lighting. There. Oh, and then I already did all this. And then Vision of Raphael. or Ezekiel. But okay, so yeah, we got plants, but just to go through some of those books. Long story short, this is like my meditation, Buddhism, mysticism section. That's basically what these is. I've read a good amount of this, really enjoyed it. Mindfulness in Plain English I really thoroughly enjoyed. If you're talking about practically, you want to start meditating, that's a good book. Cycle of Day and Night, remember really liking that. Haven't read a good amount. Also read a good amount. I just kind of stopped. I don't know what happened actually. Same with I Am That, but Dogen, that one's fire. Dzogchen and Zen Mind, Beginner Mind. And then we got Cloud of Unknowing, Meister Eckhart, Borges, and the Bhagavad Gita. So boom, that is that section. These are these plants. Oh, over here we got, that's a trilobite fossil, and that's a piece of the Berlin Wall. Yeah, get your book game case up. So here is my psychoanalysis mythology, which to me those are actually the same kind of thing. It's that shelf. So we got Joseph Campbell, Freud, more Joseph Campbell, Jung, Freud, Jung, more Joseph Campbell, and what do you know? Well, I'll be, that's more Joseph Campbell. And then just some actual mythology from just kind of around the world: Africa, Native American, Greek, North American Indians, Tales of Polynesia. And then down here, all right, boy, stop. If you've been hearing licking for that whole time, it's because bro loves to just lick his nuts and butthole. Get to my episode on Sigmund Freud, infantile sexuality that we did with Elliot. So anyway, okay, down here it's a little more, basically this whole shelf is things that I took from up off there that were like stacked. I screwed everything up and all of that. So that's what this shit is. Oh my god, dude, this is so long. I got way too many books. The Interior Design Handbook. Oh, okay. So this book is funny because basically, long story short, I went to a Airbnb with the lady friend, and it was designed so cool that I'm like, bro, like it made me realize design can really be used to completely change a space. And I'm like, let me get a book on design, and did that, and you'll see that's kind of, I would say that's what my little room inspiration is kind of based on recently. Then a bunch of science book, Case Against Reality by Douglas Hoffman, Comparative neuropsychology. I thought that said something else. Blah 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 blah. House of Leaves, that was a good book. I thought that shit was really cool. Supposedly Fun Thing I'll Never Do Again. I've read 3 of the essays and they've all been really good. I enjoyed that book quite so. Okay, Writing Fiction, it's a book, same artful sentences. It's like textbooks on creative writing. Tao of Physics, Genius, talked about those. Thomas Nagel. This has been a horrible cover, first off. Horrible cover, but really interesting essay. And they've been very accessible. Let me get the table of contents out right now. Look at just the titles: Death, the Absurd, Moral Luck, Sexual Perversion, Ruthlessness in Public Life, Equality, Ethics Without Biology, etc. Unity, Panpsych. It's just a really cool, interesting survey of different questions. Blah 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 blah. This book was good, by the way. Blah blah blah. Nabokov, Existentialism, Virginia Woolf, Baldwin, Brian Greene. It's basically science books. More Existentialism, Ted Chiang. Oh, Einstein. Oh shit. This is an Einstein book right there. Victor Hugo, Les Miserables, Let me know in the comments. See, look, everyone loves to correct me. No one actually gives me constructive criticism. How do you pronounce it then? If it's not, I'm going to say Les Miserables. Les. Oliver Sacks, Rumi, Sophocles, Marcus Aurelius, Pablo Paramo, and Quiet on the Western Front. And then long story short, these are just textbooks. Some of them art books, textbooks, and then I will just say the one textbooks that I actually really did like was this memory textbook. Let me see. Yeah, that shit's fire. I actually read a lot of that, and it was written really well. And Principles of Cognitive Neuroscience, which horrible cover, but that was a really good book, honestly. And then Book of Symbols. I haven't even really dug into this. I kind of forgot I had it, but boom, Book of Symbols. That's just gonna be fire. And there you have it, folks. That is, here, let's say goodbye formally. That is this side of the room. Okay, this is the last but not least bookshelf given to me by, I'm just going to say, a fan who took it way too far. We're just going to leave it there.
But you know, I'm not gonna get rid of the bookshelf. It's a perfectly good bookshelf. So up here we got basically Shakespeare, whatever. I just got this because it was a groomsman present. Okay, yeah. Also, do you see how horribly bare that wall look? This is boom, 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 boom. Empty, 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 horrible. What I plan to do is get the School of Athens painting like right there. 16 by 20 in a fire frame. I'm talking like a couple $100 type shit. And then a nice little square thing right there. Get a mirror right there and then boom. But anyway, so I was given this because I'm a groomsman. So there you have it, folks. Okay, Dostoevsky, these little guys, propaganda, whatever, don't really give a fuck. I did like these, you can't really see it, but I did like that Steal Like an Artist and Show Your Work books right there that's not focusing. Oh, and Grapes of Wrath is there too, but okay, we're gonna go through this super quick. Okay, top shelf, blah, 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 blah. Okay, the one thing I will say is I do want to read this motherfucker bad, really bad. I keep hearing nothing but stellar things. Sound of the Fury, one of the most frustrating books I've ever read, that's for sure. But you can tell there's really good writing in it. The Road, of course, Vonnegut, Walden. Oh, I got 2 copies of One Day in the Life. Well, shit, I'll drop that off at a book library. Look, you see me? Lonesome Dove, The Falls, Cold Mountain, Murakami, Pilgrim at Tinker Creek. Pilgrim at Tinker Creek, first 10 pages or whatever, last 10 pages or whatever, fire. Everything else, mid. Volkov, Adam Hazlitt, Murakami, Camus, and I think that's the top shelf. So okay, here we go. Next, just a bunch of books on writing. Stephen King. This is honestly my favorite book I've read by Stephen King. Is his book on writing. It's compelling again, even if you're not looking to actually do creative writing like that. But Why We Write, similar thing, writing well. Oh, this book is good. William Zinsser on writing well. That was a really good. That was a great book. I got a lot of insights. In fact, I'm pulling that out. That needs a reread. Nice. Okay, Elements of Style, Rhetoric, whatever. Poems, Sea of Tranquility. Crawdad Singh, Achilles, Bronte, Jane Eyre, and then the other Bronte. Whatever. Nice. Hemingway. Okie doke. Up next, we have The 5th Season, Anne of Green Gables, Sally Rooney, 7 Husbands. I want to read that too. Strange Order of Things and As I Lay Dying. That's a good one as well. Trilogy, the 3 Body Problem trilogy, and Kim Stanley Robinson. Art, Harold Bloom, Guns, Germs, and Steel. And then these 3 are like kind of books on criticism and stuff. Little literary magazines. And there you have it. Douglas Adams down here, again, given to me for the wrong reasons, but it's, I'm not about it. Yeah, it's perfectly good, so I'm about to use that. Stephen King. Oh, come back. Project Hail Mary, yeah. You already know. That was a great book. Henry James, Plato, the Gorgias, whatever this shit is. Aristotle's Ethics. Is that different than the Nicomachean Ethics, I wonder? Franz Duval, fuck with Franz Duval. He's really cool. Animal Intelligence, really like chimpanzee intelligence. I, Claudius, blah, 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 Tale of Two Cities, whatever, and blah, blah, blah. And there we are. Okay, sheesh, Louise. Okay, folks, well, there you have it. Those are all my bookshelves. Hope you enjoyed this bookshelf tour. Goodbye from Big Nate, and from the homie, say goodbye. He said, but okay, anyway, let me know if you've read any of these books. Follow me on Instagram at Big Nate's Book Reviews. You know it's been popping there. Goodreads too. And thank you for watching Big Nate's Book Reviews, home of the best book reviews.